Hey, welcome back to No Hype Beer Reviews. Unless it's your first time, then welcome. Please consider subscribing. If you do, hit the notification bell, get the updates. Really excited for today's video. It's the last of the core lineup of these hop teas from Hoplark. This one's a chamomile based tea, and then it has Citra as the hops. I love Citra if you're not familiar with the channel. And actually, I do drink, or I have had, I should say, more realistically, because I haven't had it in a while, chamomile. Sometimes instead of having a beer, try to do some sort of other, nightcap, maybe a chamomile tea or like those sleepy time teas, which has chamomile. So it's definitely a flavor I'm familiar with, is the short version. It's called the Calm One. It's caffeine free. I am reviewing this in the morning. I just had some cold brew coffee, so I didn't need any more caffeine. The Calm One. Hop tea is what happens when you brew tea like a craft beer. For those times when you want to skip the caffeine, we paired the bright floral goodness of chamomile flowers with the fruity aromas and flavor of Citra hops. The result is cool, refreshing spin on an old classic. 0 calories, carbonated water, organic chamomile flowers, and chamomile flowers and hops. I think chamomile has such a distinct flavor. It'll be interesting to try to describe it other than saying it tastes like chamomile. And again, if you're not familiar with the channel or me reviewing these beers, I'm not a big fan of sparkling water. I don't like that extra acidic taste it gives. I've been getting a little bit more used to it having done 3 of these reviews already. And it kind of prevents me from going anywhere above these are good. Typically what I've said, and I'm going to assume I'm going to say something similar, is if you like seltzer, sparkling water, you like tea, especially chamomile, and you like a little bit of that hoppy presence, that IPA pale ale kind of a thing, these are probably going to be for you big time. If you're like me, the carbonation, I like carbonation, it's just specifically that I can't with this glassware just staying dirty no matter how much I clean them. Anyway, that almost looks like water. There's a little, very light yellow mixed in there. Of course, when I drink tea, it's almost always out of a mug, so it's hard to see through. It's not like I drink out of a glass. But I feel like usually my chamomile is a little darker in color than that. But maybe I'm mistaken there. But yeah, it actually looks very much like just seltzer water. You can see aroma. No head, as you can see. It's the aroma. The chamomile doesn't hit as hard as I thought it would. It's definitely there. It's definitely that floral presence. So you do get specifically what you think chamomile is. You get kind of a generic floral thing on top of it. Maybe that's some of the Citra. You do get a little fruitiness, and it almost smells sweet, which is kind of weird since there's no sweeteners in this. I get a nice soft orange as well. It's got to be from the Citra. This might be the easiest one to tell the hops, because the tea is softer. It's not dominating as much as the other ones. And again, I drink tea every day. I love tea. I love beer, obviously. So it's not a knock, but in terms of allowing the hops to come through, this might be the best one at that. Or maybe it just plays that well. Maybe the Citra just plays that well with the chamomile. I don't know. Very faint, sweet. Get rid of the word sweet. Not candy lemon, but it's this very faint lemon that's mixing with that orange. A little peachy. It smells really good. Cheers. A lot like the aroma. The chamomile is very muted. I guess, all things considered, it's a little lighter than I thought it was going to be, so maybe it's not as heavily steeped in the chamomile. And maybe I'm wrong about the color. But in the aroma, it wasn't as dominant as the tea was in the other ones. In the taste, it's also not as dominant. You are getting some of that orange which is working again very well with the chamomile floral. Some of that lemon's coming through. I actually get a little bit of cinnamon. It's so interesting. It's because cinnamon can be a very spicy thing, and it's not spicy like that. And again, there's no sweeteners in this, but the note of cinnamon is what I think a sweet cinnamon dessert is. But again, you have to remove all that sweetness. It's how cinnamon tastes there, not like in a Fireball or something where it's like this intense thing. But like, I don't know, that baked thing maybe is a better way of saying it. How it can come across in a baked good. There's another thing, and it's in that family of floral. And not like I, eat flowers, but like, what is it? It's very familiar. Man, it's gonna bother me. There's this other thing. Maybe it's just because I got the aroma, but like I could see a thing of peach. It's weird. Like if I put lemon in water, right? I just infuse water and make lemon water, right? Or cucumber, whatever. It's interesting how, and I guess a similar thing happens in beer sometimes, right? It's if you put lemon in water, that's lemon. Cucumber, that's cucumber, right? And sometimes hops can like really replicate. Wow, you would swear you're drinking pineapple with the right combination of Galaxy and other hops, perhaps, and malt, etc., etc. And then sometimes you drink an IPA and it's like, it tastes like a hoppy version of pineapple, right? So sometimes you get pineapple, period, just from the hops, and sometimes it's like, oh yeah, it's like close to pineapple. That's what I'm associating with. This has like, it's not peach. It's like, oh, I could see the flavors in here making me think it tastes like peach. Like it's that kind of a peach thing. That's not the other floral thing that I'm having a hard time. It's not, I'm trying to like go off the, like, what is it not? It's not herbaceous. It's not like it's a basil thing coming across, but I'm starting to kind of go towards spices. Maybe it's just some other baking spices. Like I was talking about that cinnamon. Maybe it's like a little nutmeg or something. There's some, anyway, whatever it is. There's something else. I'll just say baking spice in there. Maybe it's because it's the last I've done. I'm getting like used to the taste of the sparkling water more. But this is my favorite of the four for sure. Maybe it's because it's a little softer on the tea and allowing the hop to come through more. I don't know. I don't know why this is, but those are some possibilities. But yeah, this is definitely my favorite of them. This is very refreshing, actually. I'll say it's quite good. I'll add a little bit more to the good. But yeah, it's still going to cap out there because I'm still not loving the sparkling water, which again, a personal preference thing. Good stuff. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. Have you had any of these? Have you had similar products? Do you like seltzer? And sometimes when you want to break from beer, you drink seltzer. Anything and everything. Comment section below. Let's get a conversation going. My favorite part of doing these. Check me out on Instagram on Taps. No hype beer reviews at both those places. So please like, comment, subscribe. Most importantly, imbibe. Cheers, everyone.